how to create some interesting line designs in Photoshop. Now I could use shapes, I could use a number of filters, but I'm going to use the powerful tiles filter. So edit and fill, just fill this with black, and then go to filter and down to stylize. You can find it there, so stylize and tiles. Now this has been in Photoshop forever. It's been in there for ages. It's one of those tools you may probably have never used. Well, I'm going to use foreground color. It's a pity it doesn't allow you to use other features like gradients. That would be brilliant. The foreground color here you can see is yellow, and number of tiles is going to generate 10. Also the offset, you can vary this. You can get different results with this. So click OK, and you can see what happens. You've got this offset, you've got thin lines, you've got thick lines, you've got a mix of lines. But now I'm going to change the color. And again, filter. And of course, you could combine it. You don't have to use just this, the tiles. You could combine it maybe with blurs in between, maybe oil paint, maybe distortions. So tiles. And this time it's using red as the foreground colour. And you could use others as well. This creates some interesting designs. I'm going to do videos on that as well. Number of tiles I'm going to change to 20. But also I'm going to change the offset to 20 as well. And you can vary it. You don't have to keep them all the same. You don't have to keep it aligned. So click OK, and you can see the result of that. Then go to blue. You can, of course, 5 or 6. So I'm just going to go for stylize, tiles, and this time I'm going to go for 30. I'm going to keep the offset 20. And you can see when you hover there, you can vary, so you can increase it that way. It can only be integers, unfortunately. It's a pity, but that's the way it is. Likewise, the offset. And I'm going to go with green. That's the last one. So filter, stylize and tiles. And I'm going to go for 50. So number of tiles 50, offset 20, and click OK. And there you have it. However, one thing that's worth mentioning is go to edit, and you can also fade tiles. So if you decide, you know what, I don't want that green really so strong, maybe it's just too much, you can always reduce it down. So maybe reduce it down to 42, or maybe use blend mode so you can combine it with difference to create some interesting 3D-like effects. That creates a very abstract 3D design. I'm going to keep it actually because it looks really good. Once you've done that, that's it. If you want to continue with it, you can apply effects to it. A really good one that's really nice is you can go to filter and filter gallery. And with filter gallery, what you can do, you can add in images. You've got here glass. Now, obviously, there's lots of other ones. You've got stacks and stacks of filters, but glass is a really good one in distort. And you can go down here and you've got distortion, and you've got smoothness, and you've got texture. And you can change that, load texture, and you can load an image. So any image. So I'm just loading this image, and then you can then see your design gets warped and distorted as that image. So you can create some really, truly unusual designs simply by doing that. And you can see the result there. Obviously that woman reading a book. Undo. But another one that's really good, filter and liquify. So with this result, you can just simply go over here and use obviously any of these tools. Maybe I'm just going to go with, I think this is the bloat one over there, bloat tool. Yeah, it's called bloat tool. Obviously lots of applications. They all have different names for things, but it bloats the image up. Spherize is another. And you can see you can create some very interesting abstract designs using that. Just spherize, just hold it down for a bit. Use different sizes, pressures. Just hold it down. Now you can push it too far and it will obviously make it coarser and coarser. That's one of those things, it's just pixels, and click OK. And you can see distortion there of your grid. And you've got this lovely colourful design. And of course, if you decide, well, I can add some more tiles to it, it's always possible. But you can also go to image, adjustments, and use any of these adjustments, maybe to change the saturation, the hue, etc. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you much.